Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of some kind, just like a talking video, and today I would like to discuss about Dead by Daylight's new supposed chapter, even though I think highly that it won't happen. Some other people think it might happen. And that is Nemesis coming into Dead by Daylight. Now, the reason why I'm touching on this leak or like hint or some shit like that is because I'm a really big fan of Resident Evil. And for Resident Evil to be coming into Dead by Daylight, which is my favorite game, even though there is a lot of shit wrong with it, I still very much enjoy and love the game. So, for me, and Nemesis coming, or Resident Evil doing a crossover with Dead by Daylight, it'd be very neat, but I don't think it would happen because of some of the things, like Resident Evil have their own type of game of Dead by Daylight, which is Resident Evil Resistance playing in the background right now. Now, I know they did say that they are not going to do any more updates for now, for the current game, which sucks because the game is left in such a bad shape for balancing and such. And the only true way to win, I guess, or at least for me, is to like go against people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, some shit like that. Or if you really just like catch them with not the right tools to win, like shotguns that are really good, that are good at taking out cameras. You have to do like all these certain type of builds to win, to be able to win, which isn't really fun. I want to be able to make a fun build and be satisfied with that build. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go back to the topic of RE crossover DVD. Now, it would be interesting and I would enjoy it. And we all know that Dead by Daylight is very capable of doing it. They got Stranger Things into Dead by Daylight, which is probably the biggest promotion that they've done. And then second biggest thing is they did is they got Silent Hill into the game. The Pyramid Head and such. And the third one is probably, I'd say Michael Myers. But there's like the three like biggest things that got them up there is because like Michael Myers is the first DLC that they had that wasn't like their own DLC, and it got a lot of people to come and watch or at least play the game, not watch the game. But it got everyone to go and play the game, give it a try, or even get into the game by watching or just reading about it, which is really cool. And then you have all the other DLC characters. You got Freddy, you got Leatherface, you got Ghostface, like all these horror icons, or mostly old slasher horror icons, besides Jason, in the game, which is really cool. And I really think that was a good idea to do that, because then that's a really big promotion that they're getting, and it's really neat that they're doing that. And it would be fabulous and great if they got Resident Evil into Dead by Daylight, but at the same time, like I said, I don't think it will happen. And I think the references, like the stars, and then it's basically all they said is that the stars, as far as I understand, that's the only thing they said, is stars, which is a leak, or I guess a hint, something, but we don't officially know. Because with the Deathslinger's appearance, aka Mr. Yeehaw, I'm the only one with the fucking gun in the game, but I'm not the only projectile killer in the game, but I'm really good at what I do. Killer, basically Deathslinger. Ah, shit. At first, in the teaser, it was a chain being crossed around the floor, and with that, we took it as Hellraiser, Pinhead, coming into the game. Now, everyone was excited. I am one of the people that are a really big fan of Hellraiser, and I very much enjoy it. Would you shut up? Thank you, girls. I am a really big Hellraiser fan, and I do really enjoy the movies and such, especially Pinhead. He's one of my favorite demons, or I can't remember the name, but he is one of my favorite characters in that film, or in that series. And seeing the chain really got me excited, and then all of a sudden, it's not Pinhead. Instead, it's actually a cowboy, an undead cowboy. Maybe not an undead cowboy. It's a cowboy, a Deathslinger. He was in the game instead of Pinhead. And I thought that was really cool. Just had something new to the game, but at the same time, it's hit or miss. Like, also, for another example, The Blight. With his teaser, it showed someone injecting himself or something like that, and turning and transforming. And with that, I took it as The Howling, which not a lot of people know is a cheap werewolf movie, like a really like low budget werewolf movie. But in my opinion, that's one of my favorite werewolf movies that are in the horror genre, because it really terrified me because of how the fucking main werewolf transformed. That shit was so fucking terrifying. I hate it so damn much. No flashbacks. But with that out of the way, we don't know what they're planning on doing. It could be hell, you know what it could be. It's stupid enough, but it could be even like a reference to space and the galaxy. So we don't know if what we are getting. We may be getting an extraterrestrial killer from the heavens, from the sky, the galaxy, space. We never truly know what we're gonna get out of these guys, because they're that good at hiding this shit. And it's really fucking cool that they do that. Now, if Resident Evil or Capcom were to agree that they could have some of the Resident Evil rights to be put into the game, I'd think that they'd have three choices. It'd be William Birkin in all 5 of his forms. 5. The reason why I say 5 is because his first form, second form, third form, and his first version of his form and his second version of his form. The one from the classic and then the one from the remake. They still have choices on that. And the reason why I say William Birkin is because everyone loves William Birkin. He was the first actual mutating boss, and that would be really cool to see William Birkin in the damn game. Now, and then another choice is Mr. X. Either Mr. X normal or Mr. X second transformation in classic or the remake transformation. I think they'd go for the second transformation remake because it looks a lot cooler in my opinion, and all in all it's just like one weapon. It's like he's able to just fling someone. But at the same time, Demogorgon is in the game as well, and he just uses his damn hands, both of them. So he can do whatever the hell he wants. They're able to do whatever the hell they want to the game, and everyone would still love it. Now, and then we go on to Nemesis, and truly, I think I think they'd only be able to pick the first variation because one, the other variations are too big or too basic. And then, the variations are either too big or too basic. And I say basic, I mean like the Nemesis second variation in Classic, where he's all tentacly, and he has like tentacles coming out of him. I think that would more likely be a skin or a cosmetic set instead of a whole character. Now, out of these three, I'd rather want to see. Stop! Apologize. I'd rather like to see Nemesis because one, he's one of my favorite Resident Evil creatures in Resident Evil history, and then Uno 2 or number 2, whatever the fuck, whatever. He's pretty known, especially around like old classic games. Hell, he's even had a third game named after it, Resident Evil Nemesis, which I decided the remake didn't do that. Resident Evil Nemesis remake, or just Nemesis revive, some shit like that. It'd be all in all pretty cool that they would do that. So, with that, let's talk about his power. Now, his power would be a bit difficult. I would say maybe him having the rocket launcher, or him being able to insta-down someone in some way. or hell, even giving them like a plague effect, but instead it's like a little more Resident Evil, like the giving them a Las Plagas. And they'd go through all the horrors of being infected with the Las Plagas, and if they don't get an antidote or something like that, then they basically become brain dead until one of the teammates give them an antidote, and then gets them out of that brain dead state or mutated state. And then it probably takes a second to get back into form, and then bam, they're back into normal form, ready to go and shit. Which I think would be really interesting. To be quite honest. Now, with that out of the way, I think Dead by Daylight and Resident Evil have a good chance of doing a crossover with each other. But at the same time, there's a little piece of me that says I don't know. But yeah, that's the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. And I'd like to know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. So I'm signing off.